Guys, thanks for playing Wood Nickel today. We had a great time. You guys played excellent. You want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah. Bren.
Joe.
We got Left Lane Cruiser.
All right, all right. What do you guys want to tell us how long you guys have been around to start with, and how you guys met, maybe?
6 years?
Yeah.
Six years.
Wow.
5 or 6. Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Yep.
Met from his wife. I went to high school with his wife.
Okay.
And, yeah, long story short, she introduced us. First time we met really was a band practice.
Yep.
Been going since.
Yeah. She knew he'd been playing drums for a while, and I hadn't played with anybody, so she thought we should get together.
And when you guys first started, I noticed your sound's a little different today than it used to be. You want to tell me how it's evolved over a period of time?
Yeah, I think it just comes from you know, playing with a lot of blues acts across the country and whatnot, and just to kind of put a little original stamp on our new stuff, we kind of decided to get heavy with it. Just kind of maybe pull away from the blues a little bit.
Yeah, break the mold a little bit. You start to realize how many bands out there sound like you, so we always try.
And how would you describe your sound now? I mean,
rock, I guess.
Yeah,
more towards rock?
Pretty rock, yeah.
It's all over the board, though. We still got some straight hillbilly stuff. We still got some stoner rocky sounding stuff to some, you know.
We still got the blues in there
good
too.
Classic rock.
You know.
And when people come to see you, you still play a little bit of the old stuff, but you're primarily focusing on the heavier stuff now, or depending on how long the concert is, you still do some of the old stuff too?
Yeah,
a lot of old
we
stuff.
do a lot of old stuff. We're still breaking in the new stuff. So.
And how long are your sets when you guys usually play in a club or whatever?
Usually 45 to an hour, but I mean we have some where it's 3 hours.
Really?
I mean,
Well, you guys have that much material in the can, huh?
We do. We could probably technically play for almost 4 hours with all of our covers and everything, but
that's
we'd rather just play for an hour. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's talk about the new album, because that's kind of what we're promoting today. All You Can Eat on Alive Records. I understand you got a fairly famous producer, Jim Diamond, to help you out in production. You want to tell us a little about where you recorded that at, and tell us a little bit about Mr. Diamond and so forth?
Up in Detroit, Ghetto Recorders, and we tried to get him for the last one, but he's always, I mean, he works all over the world. He flies to Brazil to record people, Australia. So he was booked up, and we got really lucky this time that because we did it on pretty short notice, but he happened to have it open, so we jumped on it.
And he originally was with the White Stripes, right?
He did. He did their first two.
Recorded their first 2 independent releases.
All right, all right.
You know?
He played for the Dirt Bombs. I don't know if you know them.
Yeah.
An old punk band. He played bass for them, and
He still does.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got his hand in a lot of stuff. Any of the old, any of the old punk and hard stuff coming out of Detroit back in the day that was more underground. He pretty much, his hand was on all that.
And I heard today from someone who's here that said that one of the songs in particular, when you were in the studio, you actually developed the song while in the studio. Which song was that?
Old Fashioned.
Old Fashioned?
And Putone.
Yeah.
Just kind of like came to you as you were recording, huh?
We had the riffs and whatnot, but we didn't have the structure and the words, so we kind of formulated that all in the studio for the first time, which is a first for us, because normally we have everything locked in when we go in there.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. It was an amazing story that I heard.
Sometimes it's better. It's kind of cool to be unprepared sometimes, purposely unprepared, because it kind of writes itself, and either magic can happen or it can be a flop. But it's a gamble you take, but it panned out for us this time, we think. So.
And if you guys would tell me a little bit about some of the topics that you use for writing, because I obviously from Fort Wayne here, I know some of the roots of a couple of the songs that have Fort Wayne roots, but could you tell us a little bit about your topics that you guys pick up?
Pretty much Fort Wayne and the road.
The road?
Whatever happens here and whatever happens out there, we just try to keep true. Don't want to sing about nothing that we don't experience on a first-hand basis. So
a lot of tributes on this one. One to Poop the Flex, who we fully support and love, and Waynedale, who's helped us immensely. Old Fashioned's about a homeless guy that ripped us off when we were busking in Madison, Wisconsin. Black Lung is about Europe. A lot of them about Europe this time, about that last Europe tour.
Yeah.
That was a big influence.
And speaking of Europe, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your upcoming shows. I understand you're doing some festivals up in Canada this fall, and then you're going to be doing a very extensive European tour. Would you guys like to tell me about, first of all, the Canadian festivals, and then the European tour, an idea of the dates and some of the countries you're going to be hitting up?
Yeah, Canada's the Emergent Music Festival. They just kind of take up-and-coming acts that they like, and we're playing with a band from LA and another one from Montreal. The first date's in Montreal, and then we have 2 up in a city that I can't pronounce, Rouen-Noranda or something. But It's about 8 hours north of Montreal, up in kind of the mountain country, the French area. That's really it for those. They're just the same festival, just kind of travels from spot to spot, and we just do 3 days on that one.
Okay, and then the European tour starts about what time?
October 30th.
October 30th, okay. And runs until approximately?
End of November.
29th.
Okay, and could you tell me some of the countries that you guys will be hitting up?
Yeah.
We did a bunch. France, which we did last time. Holland, one of our favorites. Joe especially. Love Holland.
Love Holland, okay.
Switzerland.
Germany.
Germany this time. We haven't done that one yet. We got in Belgium.
Wow.
Then we go up into, we're going to do Copenhagen and Sweden this time, which would be cool. And we'll do Scandinavia this time. I think that's actually it. This one we're staying pretty concentrated in that area last time. I mean, we went all the way over to Serbia and back, and it was a lot of driving. It was really pretty gruesome on both of us.
Down,
If fans want to get a hold of you guys on the internet, what would be the best way to do so?
MySpace.
Okay.
I prefer everybody does that, and then we'll email you from there.
And what's the MySpace, just to let people know?
MySpace.com/LeftLaneCruiser.
Left Lane Cruiser.
We check it daily. So.
Excellent. Okay, well, hey, thanks again, guys, for playing today. Good luck with the new album. We're very excited about it here at Wood Nickel, and we're selling lots of copies, and we're real happy with it.
Good.
And good luck on your tours coming up here.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Thanks, Wood Nickel.
Yeah,
All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you.